Hello everybody, my name is Mike Tomorrow, and I want to welcome you to the latest episode of My Life with Asperger's. Today's episode, I'm going to be talking about sudden changes that happen in life. You know, changes are one thing that people do unexpected sometimes. You have to deal with changes that come along. You know, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have to deal with change. Sometimes they're too sudden and too quick. And you have to deal with them. You know, one example is every January through March, late January through mid-March, they have a big tent going up in our parking lot at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And they use the tent for the cheerleader competitions. The cheerleaders come to Disney and they compete. Now, Disney's Hollywood Studios has been hosting this ever since I started working there. So, what I'm trying to say here is it's a sudden change because I came into work this past week and it's like, oh, the tent's going up. Nobody told me that the tent was going up. And not to mention, the tent also takes up parking spaces for us cast members. I did a petition online about that. And so far I have not gotten a lot of signatures on it, so hopefully you guys can sign it as well. Everybody's welcome to sign it. It doesn't have to be just cast members. It doesn't have to be just Disney Hollywood Studios cast members. It can be anybody that can sign it. Everybody's welcome to sign it. Everybody's encouraged to sign it, no matter where you are around the world. To have it moved to Epcot or ESPN World Sports, because at Epcot you have like 2 or 3 parking lots that they don't even use most of the time. So it'd be a perfect place for that tent. And they can get porta potties or something for the cheerleaders. And then they also have a stage that at America's Adventure or across from there that they don't really use it this time of year, January, February, March. They only use it for like the flower and garden show concerts, food and wine. Let me think what else. Food and wine. The candlelight processional, They don't really use that stage this time of year. So why can't they perform on that stage? And then why can't the event be held at ESPN World Sports? Why can't they put the tent there? It's a sporting complex. Why can't you have it there? But that's too much off topic for me on this topic, so I'll go back to sudden changes as my topic of this video. Now, sudden changes happen quick. You don't know what they're happening. But they happen for a reason. Let me give you another example. And I will try to stay on topic as much as I can here. There's a supermarket down the road. It's called Sweet Bay. They just announced that Sweet Bays, there are like 33 of them that are going to be closing in the area. One of them happens to be down the road from me. Most of the Sweet Bays that are closing are in the Tampa Bay area. So, Sweet Bay is a supermarket that's owned by the same company that owns Food Lion in North Carolina and Tennessee and all that area. And they also own Hannaford's, which is located in New York State, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, and eastern Massachusetts. And central Massachusetts also have Hannaford's. So, but anyways, now they're announcing that they were closing. That's a sudden change for me, because they're going to start getting ready to sell their products, and it's like going out of business, It's like they're closing these stores and can't support them anymore. And, it's going to be a hard change for me. It was sudden, but for me, it's hard. knowing that a supermarket that I truly love and a supermarket that I truly can only get Friendly's ice cream at. And it's the only supermarket chain in the state where you can get Friendly's ice cream. I know they have Friendly's restaurants. And if you know me, Friendly's ice cream is from Springfield, Massachusetts. Actually, Wilbraham, Massachusetts, but, and that's a hometown ice cream chain for me. Friendly's. You know, and for Sweet Bay to close, they have some of the New England brand products that I can buy in New England down here in Florida with Sweet Bay, But since they're closing, where can I get my New England brand products now? Friendly's Ice Cream, Ilio's Pizza, to name just a few, And if you look at some of the packaging that Sweet Bay sells, it's marked as Hannaford's, Hannaford's brand. Like I said, that's because they're owned by the same company. And we're used to Hannaford's up in Massachusetts. But they're going away. Sweet Bay's going away. And that's just real hard for me to deal with it. Dealing with change is hard. Sudden changes is a little bit harder to deal with. But anyways, another example is when someone dies unexpectedly. Now that can be a sudden change. Like back in November, when my mom told me and my sister that my ex-uncle, died. Well, my aunt divorced him. But still, I grew up knowing him as my uncle. And now he's passed away. It's a little bit hard to figure that out for me. Because that was a sudden change for me. And that can be real hard to deal with. A sudden change like that. It's just real hard to do. It's just real hard to deal with sudden changes that go on in life. If someone dies unexpectedly like that, that's a sudden change, Like if somebody gets killed in a car accident. Or let's say that somebody gets killed in Iraq or Afghanistan fighting for our freedom. That's a sudden change because you don't expect it. Sudden changes are also unexpected changes. And it's real hard to deal with those, We have to deal with them in life, but it's kind of hard. Those quick, sudden changes, boom, 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 all over the place. It's just real hard to deal with. Now, the changes that occur within a reasonable time limit, you can get notice of them, you can get adjusted to them, and everything will be okay. But it's those sudden ones that click, 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 Those are the changes that us Aspies have a hard time dealing with sometimes. And it also depends on how you deal with the changes, So, but anyways, I hope you enjoy your day, and I'll talk to you guys all later.